I'll bring it in if that's okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Perfect. We have a full house tonight. Sorry, just wanted to let you know. I don't know if anyone is on the Zoom meeting, but if you are, apologize for the delay. We're having some issues here, but hopefully you're able to get on. Thank you everyone for attending the town hall today. My name is Ryan Yee from Native Technologies. We are hired by your AOL as your construction project managers. Here to assist in procuring the contractor for the drain, waste, and vent work will be starting in your facility. Prior to diving into the town hall discussion, we'd like to first thank the board. Their contribution to this is a great deal to us. They've provided a lot of time on this, as well as Glenn Rustrom, your Hawaiian property manager. In the middle of 2024, we awarded Hawaii Plumbing Group, your local, the contract. HPG is a locally owned and operated company specializing in major drain, waste, and vent replacement work. Their wealth of experience and knowledge in this type of projects has been successful over the past several years. 25 projects completed back from 2020. I'm going to transition the meeting to HPG. Charlie is going to be discussing the major drain, waste, and vent work that's going to be going on, as well as schedule and how it affects your in-unit work. If you have any questions, please save it to the end of the presentation so that he may discuss everything that's going to be involved with the work. If you need bulletins or information regarding what will be discussed here, I have some extra ones here in the front that you can use. If not, it'll be on Town Square. If you need a link to it, Glenn in the back should be able to provide you to you.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Aaron, Janine, Presley, everyone. As Ryan said, thank you for the opportunity tonight. It has been a long time in the coming. Thank you, Glenn. You know, Janine and you guys have spent a lot of time planning this, and it's finally here. First of all, everyone on Zoom, can you give them a thumbs up to see if they can hear us? Is it being recorded? Can they see the screen? I assume so. This meeting is going to be recorded. We will post it on our project website as well. Hopefully of the other residents, there's someone else besides you guys attending. But again, this is the HPG design build presentation called the town hall in advance of the project start. This is the very best way to get a hold of HPG, info@Hawaii Plumbing Group. It alerts an obscene amount of people. The appropriate person, be it Patrick, the project manager, or Jackie, his project coordinator, will be quick to respond. We did create a website, which is live. It is the Bellevue Tower at hawaiiplumbinggroup.com, the passcode at the bottom. This presentation recorded will also be posted there as well. We'll kind of run through this. What the website's going to look like and expectations about what this project's going to feel like. Patrick, can you give me access to my click, please, friend? Thank you. So, you know, as Ryan and Native said, you know, HPG is a local general contractor specialty sub that has focused kind of exclusively on this drain, waste, and vent replacement sector of our economy since 2013. We are licensed. We are a turnkey contractor, a composite contractor. What does that mean? All of the trades are done in-house. Our own plumbers, our own hangers, our own tapers, our own mutters, our own fire stoppers. The one thing we do not do in-house is hazmat. This building we are assuming, hasn't really tested for, but we're going to make the assumption that the building is positive for asbestos-containing material. So we will have a independent third-party C19 contractor under containment, remove the drywall. Before containment's broken, they will give us a clearance report. I'll get into a little more of that as well. Every building's different. Every building's unique, and the Bellevue Tower is not different. You guys have water heaters in each unit. Sometimes you have two water heaters in each unit. So this is not a cookie cutter operation. We've done a lot of these buildings, 45 closed permits. And they're all unique. Bellevue to Howard's not different. It's a unique property. We're very proud of being on time because I know we're going to be very disruptive in your lives, minimally disruptive. But more importantly, we're going to stay on budget, on time, on schedule. If we work together, meaning everyone shows up to their meetings, their pre-cons, their sub-comps, we'll work together as a team. Because yes, we're the contractor, but we also need the residents to buy in and be on board. We're going to run through this. I'll talk through all of this. Anyway, so sort of the hard slides first. What is original building condition? It's a contractual language to say if something's not original inside your home and we need to remove that wall, it's not our responsibility if it breaks. Meaning, if we need to remove this wall and you've put up a mirror or co-sconce, it's in your best interest to have it removed before we get in there. We can't promise that we're not going to break it. Some of those inclusions will be wallpaper, faux fixer, mirror tiles, et cetera, built-in coverage. What most people do, if it's something that's very specific to them, is remove, say, the bookshelf, expose that wall. Our carpenters can do it. They will do it gently. They know the intent of that. If something is original building condition, be it vanities or cabinetries, that's on us if it breaks. There's also allowances inside your contract if it's water damage or termite ridden as well. I kind of alluded a little bit about schedule. So at the pre-construction walkthrough, we're going to get the opportunity to give each homeowner a lockbox in the event they don't want to be home each day that we're scheduled to be in their unit. Our men and women can come and go on schedule as needed inside your unit, so you do not need to be home. If some people don't feel comfortable with that, please be home to let us in Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. If someone's not home, we do have to charge a $500 fee for a locksmith because for the good of the schedule, we need to stay in everyone's unit. We will have water shutdowns each day in your stack. So your stack's different, 01, 02 stack. So when we're working on the 01 stack, it's business as usual for the 02, other than minor elevator interruptions, etc. And at the end of each day, everyone will have a toilet, a sink, and a place to bathe. Schedule. Everyone did receive the town hall, the packet? This was sent.
Posted and distributed.
Okay. So everyone will receive their individual work schedule and also the general schedule. So in general, we're going to start to mobilize the end of April. In-unit work is going to start on May 5th. We always start top floor down, so the 15th floor, I believe, at this building. We will drop down through 15, 14, 13, 11 in that first drop, as they say. We are estimating around 17 working days, not calendar days, from drywall removal to final paint to sign off on our work. Notices. I can't stress to you much how important the schedule is. So if people don't check their email, so part of Patrick's theme, so Patrick, by the way, is going to be your project manager. Get to know Patrick. He'll be on site Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. He travels with a team of about 12 plumbers, 12 tapers, 12 drywallers, 2 fire stoppers, and a project coordinator. This is Patrick's team. They work very well together. They'll be finishing a project in the beginning of April and starting your project at the beginning of May. Part of that, Jackie, who's on Patrick's team, will email remind you, will phone call remind you, will text remind you, but she'll also post notices on everyone's door. Hey, hazmat's day tomorrow. Hey, your pre-cons tomorrow. It's not an altruistic act. It's really for the good of the schedule. And I keep saying that because we've planned our project around a detailed schedule. So these postings are for your convenience. You'll see the person that's on vacation. They'll have a bunch of blue tape with about 12 notices on the door. When it comes time for your pre-construction walkthrough, Patrick and Jackie will actually come in, spend 30, 40 minutes with each person, kind of explain the process, which walls they're taking down, set expectations. hey, we're going to be coming in a couple weeks. You may want to move that. Ask questions. Hey, I've got an elderly mother on dialysis. Do they need to leave for hazmat day? I've got a parakeet. Can the parakeet stay? I mean, there's a variety of questions that Patrick gets to answer each day. And part of that too is HPG and Jackie in particular is going to take an obscene amount of pictures to photo document each per person's unit. Native Technologies will be with us on those site walks as well. They also take their own photographs. And that's to photo document. Pictures tell 1,000 words. If something gets damaged during the process and that's on us, of course we're going to fix it. Or if something's damaged and the ladies go, oh, can you fix that? Well, it's right here in the pre-con. It was pre-existing damage. And so that's why we take a ton of pictures for everyone's protection. And we acknowledge it. We go over the details. We photograph. We answer questions. We install the lockbox. That's sort of about a week before, hopefully more like 10 days before, based upon the schedule. The policy, just be there. If you can't be there, you're assign your realtor, your brother, your cousin, your sister. It doesn't matter. Someone that you trust to be there to go through this process. We do have Inform if you would like to assign this responsibility to someone. Okay, the other humbug slide. If we come open your walls, we did not pull an electrical permit. We pulled a drain, waste, and vent plumbing permit. But if we do open walls and we come across non-code compliant electrical, this is an absolute worst case scenario with Romex and junction boxes that are plastic. We can't close these walls. So we with Native Technology have determined that we will hire a licensed plumber to make these repairs. Electrician, excuse me. Yes, we definitely don't want a plumber. A licensed electrician to make these repairs for the good of the schedule. This will be then sent to Glenn Roston at Hawaiian Properties, who will then build the individual homeowner. Now, we're not here to chase electrical. We're not going to look and left. It's something within our purview we're going to fix. This isn't an electrical permit. We don't have the bandwidth to do it. Non-code compliant toilets. Ryan, you've made the determination that if it's a 1.6 gallon flush or greater, it can stay?
Yes.
Okay.
The drawings.
Per the drawings. What is this project going to look like? So as we're going to start in-unit construction May 5th, but the 2 weeks before the end of April, we're going to begin building an outside storage shed to store our materials. We'll begin to build out your lobby, protect your elevators, because I know you guys have a brand new elevator, so we're going to do our very best to repair it and cover it so we don't need to repair it. And during the same process too, where we're building everything out, we're also going to begin the pre-construction walkthroughs with Patrick. So after the pre-construction walkthrough, about a week later, day 1 and 2 is really when we begin to remove your fixtures, your lighting, pull back your washer and dryer, take apart your cabinetry gently, because like I said, if we break your original stuff, it's on us to buy it. We do have allowances to put it back properly. We don't have a demo team. We've got skilled carpenters that also do the removal as well as the replacement when the project is done. That's day 1 and 2. Day 3, as I remembered, is hazmat day. You will get a hazmat reminder notice. This is the only day that you need to leave your unit, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. It's mandatory. It's for everyone's health. Like I said, when the abatement company comes in, the wall will be taken down under containment, double wall containment. After the wall is down, the air will scrub. Then we're going to hire an independent third party to come in, test the air, confirm free and clear of asbestos-containing material. Once that's clear, everyone gets a clearance report. After we get the clearance report, then they can break containment. Hopefully, it won't be till 5 p.m. It's more like 4, hopefully. But this is the firm that is taking down the drywall. After that, the big show, right? The days 5, 6, 7. This is when we take out the old cast iron, reinstall new cast iron to DPP code, washer boxes. Are we updating the water heaters? So we're going to remove and replace your existing water heater. This is the big hot button too. So day 7, not really 7 and 8. Day 7, after the new piping, the new cast iron piping is in, there may be small air gap in between the floor and in between the units. Fire stopping is one of the most highly looked at things by the DPP inspectors. We're very proud to have certified fire stopping professionals on staff that all they do is fire stop. It's a career path for them. This is what fire stopping looks like after the plumbing's in. This is the fire inhibiting caulk, prohibit smoke and fire from traveling from unit to unit. Then, no one cares about the plumbing. Everyone cares about the excellent finish work that we do in-house. No, we're very proud to have these folks in-house. We're not only in control of their schedule, but more importantly, their quality. And Patrick's a stickler for quality. So we've got in-house hangers, tapers, mudders, sanders, painters. So when HPG takes a thin strip of wall down, we paint the entire wall twice. We don't spot paint. We don't partially paint. We paint the entire wall. It never looks right, so we just do it right the first time. 13, 14, we began to reinstall the cabinetry. Reinstall the vanities, the cabinets, the lighting, the fixtures, etc. And then cleaning at the end of it all. Each day, at the end of each day, after we take down the zip walls and the dust control measures, there's a concerted effort to clean up the construction debris. I didn't mention this, and I'd like to take a minute to mention it. Before we start each day, Patrick and I are both committed to laying down ram board in the unit each day, wall to wall, taped up on the walls, putting up zip walls, dust control measures. Most of the morning is in the prep work. It saves thousands of dollars for HPG and it protects your home. After everything's down, there is a full cleaning. Not like a mint on the pillow kind of cleaning, but a concerted effort for cleaning. And then most importantly, let's confirm the work that we did. Okay. Are you happy with the drywall? Does the paint look good? Is everything put back properly? If no, if yes, we sign off. If no, there's something called a punch list. Please address these items. Patrick's team then comes back in, addresses them in a timely manner, and then we ask for the certificate of completion. All along the way, we're going to be billing Native Technologies at the base of each stack when all substantial completions are signed. We won't ask for money until people have signed off, basically. And this similar to the pre-construction walkthrough, this is also can be done with an owner or a realtor or a friend or a brother. But I encourage the homeowner to be at both the pre-con as well as the sub-con meeting. Okay, so they're a very simple building for us in some ways. Everyone received their individual work maps, but we are going to start with the O2 stack. But we flipped it this way. So the 001 stack is the 3 bedrooms. So the work areas. So this green is kind of where it's okay to be during the day, except for hazmat day. These areas, the red shaded areas, are where our men and women are going to be working. These firm red lines are the walls or the portion of the walls that we're going to be taking down to address the plumbing. So there will be a little bit in the kitchen, a little bit in the second bath, and a lot in the master bath. O2, less intrusive, smaller unit, pretty much confined to right here. Less involved, same scope, less cuts. Kind of the highlights there, but Patrick is very good about going through this one-on-one. This may look confusing to some. This is what your pre-cons were. So, okay, so what do I need to do here if my stoves here? Do I need to take out everything? Patrick will say, yeah, you need to put it out. How would you say it, Patrick?
When I typically go to a unit, I explain everything. I set the expectation so that you know what we need. We don't like to touch personal belongings. But cabinetries and stuff is a big part to remove. So obviously the hold of those items, depending on where we go through. So I usually bring tape with me sometimes, and I'll tape things and, like, for reminders, especially for the ones who do early pre-cons. Yeah.
That's good. Patrick's a very kind man. Highlights, works on highlights. I mean, again, you all received this. It's remove the personal items, please, so we can remove your cabinetry. We don't want to touch your personal stuff. All of this, the project website is a live working document. When Glenn emails me, the easiest way to do this, by the way, is to download it and send it over as a YouTube link, and then we'll put it up on the website. So for those who didn't attend tonight or those who didn't join the Zoom, this will be there as well. But if there's schedule updates or floor plan updates or cut updates, this is a live working document. This project is going to be fast, so I don't expect a ton of changes at all. So if we work together as a team, meaning show up for your pre-cons and your sub-comps and allow our men and women into your home, we will be on time and, more importantly, on budget. That was a lot about me talking, but I thought we'd turn it over both to the Zoom side and also anyone here if there's questions, because that was supposed to be a little shorter. Oh, I guess it's good. We started late. Questions? Can I ask any questions? Answer any questions?
I'm in an old 2 unit with a washer and dryer underneath the window.
Okay.
So I do know we had a leak in the past where they came in, took out all the drywall from the bathroom and in my pantry. Seems to be that's where the pipes and access is. So the washer and dryer is in front of next to the pantry.
Mm-hmm. Your O2, you said?
Yeah.
O2, yeah.
Yeah, so washer and dryer is right next to the sink.
Okay.
So, yep,
Right, yeah.
it's red line, so we gotta move it.
Yeah. So I forgot there's one person here, Peter Stoyanov, who's one of our principals. Sorry, Peter. Just sitting here in the corner all by yourself. No, but yes, you are correct. It will need to be pulled out. Patrick's not going to put it back each day.
No. My goal is to get it back as soon as possible. Even if my carpenters, after they're done painting and it's a weekend coming, they go throw in the washers and dryers at least.
So it won't be the full 17 more days.
Yeah.
There will be a couple days you can't be washed.
Right. So my vision in preparing for this, I know I have a dining room table in my little kitchen, and then the washer and dryer is huge. So me and my husband, we gotta move that.
Patrick, would you like to speak to that?
Take it, the
Washer and dryer, and we gotta move the washer and dryer out of.
No, you don't have to move the washer and dryer.
I just want to hear what Patrick has to say.
Okay.
We're going to move it.
we just don't like to touch your table.
Put it in the living room,
Yeah,
at
so
the edge of the
when we
kitchen.
do the walkthrough, we go
Yeah.
over like, where do you want it? And
Okay.
then we'll go over options, like, oh, what about here? I said, well, we can put it here or here, depending on what's in your unit and how much you want to get in and out of what direction.
Thank you. And then he mentioned you guys are gonna put in new water heaters for us. That's one thing he said.
So, yeah, I just wanted to circle back because I apologize, I just
Okay.
came back from vacation and I don't know if there was an update or something.
We're not replacing the water.
Okay, so we are in the O1, yes. So in the O1, most of the kitchen and laundry piping is right here in that little closet where your water heater sits,
Yeah.
right? But you guys, in O1, you have two, actually, one here and one over here, right? So that water heater will have to, we'll remove it temporarily to do the piping, and then we'll put it back in. So for a couple of days, you're not gonna have hot water on the laundry and the kitchen sink.
He's on the O2.
Right,
But I'm saying about the O1.
so go back to O2, okay, this is O2. I believe your water heater is also located here.
Yeah.
if we need to remove it to access plumbing here,
Yeah,
we will do that. But because you don't have a second water heater, we'll make sure that it's hooked up at the end of the day.
So you have hot water.
Yeah.
so I've lived in my unit just over 15 years, I'm a renter. When you touch that water heater, will you be able to make a recommendation to my owner if it looks like it needs to? Because I don't know the life of a water heater. So far, so good, but it has been over.
The answer is
15
yes.
Yeah.
If it looks failing, it looks beat up, it
Ready
looks like
to
it's
go.
gonna go, yes.
So- General rule of thumb is, and thank you for bringing that up, water heaters usually last about between 10 and 12 maybe years, maybe less. But there's a little plate, like a,
You unscrew it.
well, no, the actual the model type and everything, the information that's on the water heater, it says the manufacturing date of the water heater. When we do the pre-construction walkthrough, we'll take a note of that. And if it's kind of within the range, then we can offer to the owner,
recommendation
whoever recommend to, yeah.
directly from your.
Right. And in that case, labor will be basically at no cost because we're gonna remove it anyway,
There, and
right? They're just gonna have to pay for the water heater and the delivery and all that. So it's
Similar
Good
to a
deal.
toilet, if you were, same thing. Time for a new toilet.
Specifically, you have to drain the water tank or use
right.
the heater.
Yeah, it will have to be drained up
Yeah,
at
maybe
least
an
halfway.
indicator of the condition of
Correct.
the heater.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Other questions? Sure. Do you want to stand here just so the Zoom?
Let us know, and then we'll order the
So with your schedule, that's a good part. Even if we do the sub-completion, we don't have the COC yet, and it's right there in that window, but I have a couple of punch outs, and we say, okay, this is my list to do, then we can arrange something, just in case if something pops up that we can't complete that COC before that delivery. But if we do a sub-completion and says, okay, all you need to do is fix A, B, and C, you won't be able to come back and add D to the list if it was in that general area of them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. How about like general electrical work, like the changing outlets?
No.
You'll have to hire a licensed electrician. We don't touch.
Yeah.
You don't want us touching anything electrical.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Other questions?
I have a handful of questions, just for
Okay.
the record.
Sure.
One, we are not removing and replacing water heaters. That was an incorrect statement that was made earlier.
We're not.
We're not doing that.
Yeah.
So all old water heaters will remain
And
unless-
reinstalled.
and reinstalled,
Yes.
for the record. Great. Non-compliant flushing toilets can stay.
Per the drawings, we're following Uniform Plumbing Code 2021, which requires a 1.6 gallons per flush. So if a 1.6 gallons per flush toilet is already installed, then that can stay.
So if I have a 2.3 flushing gallon,
Then it will be
billed to
replaced.
the owner.
Yes.
Thank you. Painting, can we give you a new paint color? We decide I want to paint my wall.
For that wall, yes.
Great. And then do we have a post-construction walkthrough schedule yet?
Yes.
Yes.
It's actually on your individual unit schedules posted.
I have a pre-construction.
So did you forward so we put together a individual unit schedule?
It should be, but I'll double check that it is.
It's listed as the substantial completion walkthrough.
I look forward to receiving that.
Okay. We did prepare that. It was sent.
Those are all my questions. Thank you.
I think you might anticipate, some of the vanities that we're having a termite issue.
Right.
And, there might be some kick cords in the bathrooms, and even the vanities. So,
So that's a good question because we do build that into the allowances, which is not part of the base bid. There's an allowance section. It's not necessarily on the individual homeowner if we're removing a termite-ridden or a water damage vanity. If that's pre-existing damage and it falls apart and we can't replace it, there's allowances in there to install a like for like.
Do we know what ODC is?
Yes.
Yeah.
We do.
The showers are 4x4.
But you're not gonna go through any shower walls.
We're leaving them. It's a very fortunate project.
It's a easy access, easier compared to others. So, unless there are some major reconfiguration of the bathrooms, right? Or remodelings or whatever.
Do you have a question for us?
Oh, I am.
Okay.
Still, yeah, thank you.
I think there are a couple options on the toilets since this was brought up. If the toilet is non-compliant, meaning over 1.6, right? Just for the record, we encourage everyone to go ahead and get the toilets replaced before we come in. That way, we don't have to worry about it. Second, our pricing is listed on the website and in the informational package. I know some people will look at it and say, $580, $635, $653, that's kind of pricey for a toilet. That might be so. That's why we encourage everyone to look at your toilet. If it's original, the chances are it's non-compliant, right? Or hasn't been replaced in the past, 10 years or so. Probably it's not compliant. So go ahead, call up your plumber, before we come in, get it replaced. And,
I don't know if it meets the 1.6.
So, good. So there is a lot of toilets that are not marked 1.6.
okay, yes,
Or
there-
1.8. So to determine the true 1.6, it's kind of hard. So I would say if it's not, I would, with codes being the way they are, that it is 1.28. And if you have the ability to get the toilet and have us do it, I would highly recommend it, just because what if they do another project later on, and then you're having to then hire a plumber to come change the toilet, and it costs more than what that is.
Do you think the 1.6 compliance is the one that has the 2 buttons on it?
they come in different models.
The dual flush is 1.6 or 1.28, so if like number 1, you can do the
Right.
1.28, number 2 is the 1.6.
Okay, so that's considered a compliant.
Yeah.
All of these questions will be greatly answered at the pre-construction walkthrough, because it's kind of hard for us to say
Yeah,
what your toilet looks like
I get
from Makiki Christian Church.
Right.
all right.
And also the 3 models that are listed in our,
Yeah, there's the Total Drake, the
Informational.
Kohler Highline, American Standard. They range in price from $580
yeah,
to $653. All of that includes the toilet, the removal of the old, and the reinstallation of the new.
and the specification and everything is on the website as well, so you can see if it's a 2
And it's in the
dual
manual.
flush or whatever it is.
I have a question about, I'm in the O2 stack, and in-unit construction starts on May 5th.
What floor are you on?
12,
Okay, so you're on that first
yes.
bump. Yep.
Yeah, right at the top.
Right.
My concern is, when it says substantial completion walkthrough, final completion, is that the last day that my water will be turned on and off?
No. So,
Does it go
so plumbing
the
goes-
last day?
so when we're done, what is the lowest floor again? The second floor?
Yeah.
Say
202. So 202. When we're done with 202,
Yeah, this is two.
Yeah, so that's your water shut off.
Okay.
So that will be the last day, and if anything comes up, we post notices at these.
so yeah, so when the 202 is done, it'll be life back to normal for the O2 stack, and then we get to invade the O1s.
So your unit might be complete, right?
Right.
Everything put together, peanut, signed off, whatever, but we're still in an O2 stack at the bottom. We're still gonna have to shut down water daily. Yeah, and you will still have to refrain from flushing toilets and stuff. Because, pipes are gonna be open.
Our guys will be flushed down. They'll never forgive you.
Our guys are used to it, but your neighbor is not gonna.
They'll never forget you. They may forgive you, but they'll never forget you.
No problem, I'll be at work.
Alright.
But, the thing I was thinking about was, so we have a water machine connected
Okay, like in the lobby or something?
in my
Kitchen.
kitchen.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna mess with that.
The filtration.
So, folks, we're touching the drain, the waste, and the vent. We're not touching your potable water.
Yep.
So like, your fresh, we may turn off the water so you
Right.
don't flush on us, but we're not adjusting the potable water, right? So once the water comes back on each day, that thing's not gonna be different and different.
We're not touching the potable water or anything related to it, connected to it, like reverse osmosis or filters or
We're not gonna
things like that.
screw with that stuff.
You know, one thing that happens often, when they do have to do water shutoffs in my
Sediment,
stack,
Sediment, hammering.
when we come back on, man, that stuff is dirty.
yeah.
So
Common,
do I expect that
yes.
every single
Probably.
day?
Well,
Not every.
not every single
Actually,
day.
the lines will kind of get cleared out, actually. Towards the end, it'll be less and less. But we're not touching that. That's a whole different ball of wax.
Yeah.
Set of piping,
So
actually.
when it's all done and the water comes back on, it's gonna be clean.
No, we're not touching that. We're not touching anything to do with fresh water whatsoever.
So then,
We are replacing the angle stops.
Right.
So is your machine hooked to the angle stop? Which
Probably.
underneath? Yeah, probably.
yeah, we're gonna take it off, because one time when they did water back on, that ugly water came through and killed one of my machines.
Yeah.
So I'll just keep it off.
Yeah,
but-
that's not a bad idea, to keep it off for the duration of the
Yeah.
project, and once we're done with the O2s, you can reinstall it.
So I'm sorry, but
No, no, go
one more thought. So when the water comes back on, and it usually comes back ugly,
Mhm.
when this project is done, will my water come
No.
clean? No.
So
All this
we're,
time I thought it was pipes.
so we're doing the drain pipes, the waste pipes, the vent pipes,
Uh-huh.
no
Not the-
fresh pipes.
Not the water supply.
So those copper pipes replace every 80 years, 90 years, so we're a generation
Okay.
away from replacing those.
Okay.
Unless the board wants to spend another $2 million.
Does HPG recommend homeowners disconnect these filtration devices or will they?
Sure.
I think it's a good idea, and then once it's back and the water flows back through, you can reconnect it. So you'll be, 30 days without your reverse
Right.
osmosis.
I have a
Yes.
question on, like the O2 units, because that's the only thing I know about, is the shower drain. So, like, when we've had issues, like the floor plugging in, it leaked into our
Shower.
Our ceiling.
Mhm.
Our
Shower pan.
There's they have the access, like the problem is in 502.1 unit above me.
They cut your ceiling.
Yeah, they cut the ceiling. So is that gonna be?
Mhm.
Okay.
So since we're on the O2 stack, this is your pantry, right?
Right.
And this is a kind of a small unit, so I can imagine you folks had stashed all kinds of stuff in there. At the pre-construction walkthrough, Patrick will tell you this has to be empty. Yeah. Keep in mind that everything that we take out, like washer and dryer or vanity or whatever, it has to be stored somewhere within your unit. We can't put it outside in the hallway. It has to be in your unit. So we're gonna have to designate a place to do that.
So that red line is behind the vanity.
It is behind the vanity. That's why I mentioned earlier, on this particular project, the layout of the unit suggests that we don't need to remove any of the vanities. So the plumbing
Toilet side.
for the toilet and the vanity will access from the bedroom side, right? So when we do the walkthrough, if you have
Oh,
if your
the
bed is
bedroom
over
side.
here,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, good to know.
For the shower, we'll access the plumbing from the pantry. All the risers and everything for the kitchen and the washing machines are over here. So I don't know exactly where the water heater is located,
In the pantry.
right? But whether or not we're gonna have to move it, that's on us, right? But,
If I remember, the water heater's here. The pipe is here.
right, well, whatever.
So once we open the
Right.
walls, well, when we do the pre-construction too, I'm gonna tell you about when we open the walls. If we see this, then we will let you know if we have to go a different route or vice versa.
So I can automatically assume the toilet vanity access is from the bedroom.
Correct.
For sure.
For sure.
Okay,
So if there's a dresser or paintings,
Yeah,
et cetera,
under the bed.
take the paintings off. If there's wallpaper, remember that's OOBC.
So you don't have to like empty that bedroom, as long as we have about 3.5 feet clear space from the wall, we're good.
Just for the days we're doing.
So, but
This
again,
is like
this
your
is-
individual pre-con right now.
I want to be ready when you do the walk,
Yeah,
mentally prepared.
well, but don't try to move anything.
Just
'cause
wait till
Maybe
he
you don't
gets
have to. Wait for the walk.
Wait,
Right.
don't adjust you've got months here. 9 weeks before we get party.
Well, when they did the elevator, that was 10 weeks of walking up the 12 floors.
How good did that feel?
It was stressful. The last 2 weeks was brutal.
No, yeah. So listen, let me say this. We're gonna get to know each other. This is actually on the big scheme of things, this is a very least intrusive plumbing exercise, but we are going to be in your lives. You're going to get frustrated. There's going to be dirt. There's going to be zip walls. There's going to be Patrick in your life. You're going to have who's really nice. But no, but there's a lot of plumbers. There's a lot of drywallers. There's a lot of hangers, a lot of tapers. You're going to get to know these guys. It's not a bunch of random people. It's the same 30 people that are going to show up each day. You will get to know them on first name basis because you're going to be sharing the elevator with them during the day. But our focus at HPG is understanding that we're inside your home and treating it that way. Take the boots off, zip walls, dust control measures, lay down ram board. We get it. We do this professionally. We've decided that we want to go into people's homes each day.
Is it bathroom first and kitchen first? Or?
What does the schedule say?
So it also based off of personnel. The schedule can say you start in the bathroom, but we know it's going to be easier to do this when I'm shorthanded on plumbers that day. We're going to go through that route. Yeah. So as long as I keep my plumbers to that part, we'll stick to that 5 days and plumbing wise in that part.
I don't have information.
We prepared. We'll get it to you.
Okay.
So there's an individual.
I know, you had it up there. It was one of your first slides.
I know. So it's prepared. I don't know why it's not on there.
That's kind of to a general first stop schedule.
Yeah.
You'll get.
That's it. Right
Yeah.
here.
But it's pretty much the same.
So bathroom first, kitchen second is what the schedule says, the current schedule, right?
Thank you.
But go ahead.
Will your plumbers, when they call them trades?
No, replacing them all. It's all new. There's no need to snake. The reason why we're doing this is because you probably have snaking and leaks. Where we're doing this project so it'll be clean lines.
Brand new.
It's gonna be really nice.
Makes us happy. You guys are okay.
Any other questions, folks?
One last question.
Sure.
This meeting comes from my boss, my boss and my wife. I know that you folks do have in here unforeseen conditions. You guys aren't going to be able to know what's behind our walls, etc., right? And you do have a schedule, which thank you for that. In your experience, after doing the numerous amount of projects that you've done, comparing our building to whatever experience folks have, can you give any probability, one, of there being a schedule change over 1 to 2 weeks, and two, it is, let me see.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Sure. So, because of the size of your building, the deviation likelihood is low from schedule changes or price changes. Put it to, Mott Smith, very close to you guys.
Yeah.
We finished that on time, on budget, 18 months later to the day.
Okay.
That's a huge building.
That's a huge building. Or Makiki Royal, right down the street, or Princess K Aloha. All of those buildings, on time, on budget, actually. Well, one of them was with you guys. The answer to your question is the likelihood is very low that there is a schedule change. Now,
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah.
but low.
I come from an industry where I understand that kind of stuff. My boss is responsible.
Okay. Hey, listen. I understand bosses. I got
We'll have
bosses.
to say bosses, I think.
So my final question.
Yeah.
I've been asked to give up my parking space.
Hmm.
Hey, Jenna, me and you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah, me too. I'm right next to you.
Okay.
So asked or relocated temporarily, like removed? So that's not, so let me answer the question contractually. HPG is given 2 stalls to build our storage shed, and there's an area where we're gonna put porta potties for the residents of the O2 or O1 and our men and women to use during the day. We're going to put a dumpster on the street. So we don't care which two stalls. We do say side by side so we can build our storage shed that's lockable. You can't have two disparate stalls. Whatever two stalls you want to give us, I don't care. That's not my department.
So we as a board, thank you for your flexibility again, for helping us do these projects. We cannot do these projects without owner involvement and flexibility. So thank you for your willingness to walk across the street for us.
It is nice because again, since I've said it 5 times, if we work together as a team, we'll be on time and on budget. And I say team like all of us, not just Patrick.
Who will I talk to about the details of my parking, where I'm gonna park?
Good. Right back here.
Mr. Ralston, right behind you.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Other questions? There's nothing on Zoom. Anyone popping up their head on Zoom?
No.
Like anything in the chat or anything?
Is there anyone on Zoom? No.
This will conclude the town hall, and this will be recorded.